Picture this. You're scrolling through social media, seeing another friend's flashy engagement ring worth more than your car payment. Meanwhile, in rural Pennsylvania, an Amish man just proposed to the love of his life with nothing but handmade furniture and his word. What's wrong with this picture? Ring-free reality check. Here's what will blow your mind. The Amish community has a divorce rate of less than 2%. Compare that to the 50% divorce rate in mainstream America, where the average engagement ring costs $6,000. The average American wedding now costs over $30,000, often starting marriages with crushing debt. These numbers aren't coincidental. The Amish have discovered something that completely challenges everything we believe about love and commitment. The dating world, forget everything you think you know about dating. Amish courtship operates in complete secrecy. Young couples meet at Sunday singings, community barn raisings, and carefully supervised social gatherings. There's no casual scrolling through dating apps, no hookup culture, no living together to test compatibility. Every interaction has purpose and intention behind it. The entire process is designed to evaluate character and long-term compatibility rather than physical attraction or temporary feelings that fade with time. The master craftsman preparation. When an Amish man decides he wants to marry, he doesn't head to the jewelry store or apply for credit. Instead, he begins the most intensive preparation process you've never heard of. He must prove his ability to provide by mastering a trade, whether that's farming, carpentry, or blacksmithing. He spends years building furniture for his future home with his own hands. Each piece represents hours of dedicated labor and skill development. He demonstrates financial responsibility by saving money and acquiring land through hard work, not loans. The community watches his character, his work ethic, his treatment of others during stressful situations. This preparation can take years, but it completely weeds out men who aren't serious about lifelong commitment. Every piece of furniture he crafts becomes a testament to his dedication. The furniture isn't just functional, it's deeply personal. A hope chest might feature intricate hand-carved designs that tell a story. A rocking chair is sanded smooth with countless hours of careful attention. Kitchen cabinets are built with precision joints that will last for generations. These aren't mass-produced items bought with borrowed money. They represent genuine investment of time, skill, and unwavering devotion. While modern men might spend months saving for a ring that loses value the moment it's purchased, Amish men spend years proving their worthiness through actions that create lasting value. The community observes this process, noting not just the quality of his craftsmanship, but his patience, persistence, and commitment to excellence in everything he undertakes. Relationship test. Here's where their system gets truly fascinating. An Amish proposal doesn't start with the woman. It starts with the most nerve-wracking conversation of the young man's life, speaking directly to the girl's father. This isn't some outdated formality that takes 5 minutes. It's a thorough evaluation that can determine the entire future of the relationship. The father asks pointed questions about the young man's finances, his spiritual maturity, and his detailed long-term plan. He wants to see evidence of the furniture being built, proof of savings, and demonstration of trade skills. The father evaluates whether this man can truly provide for and protect his daughter through all of life's challenges. If the young man can't answer these questions satisfactorily, the courtship ends immediately. This system eliminates relationships built on fantasy or temporary attraction. The father acts as an objective evaluator who can see red flags that love-struck young people might miss. Modern relationships skip this crucial protection step, often leading to marriages between people who never truly knew each other's character or capabilities. Handmade heart. If the father approves, only then can the young man approach the woman. The proposal itself is intensely personal and completely different from anything you've seen. He doesn't get down on one knee with a sparkling diamond. Instead, he presents her with a handmade piece of furniture that he spent months crafting specifically for her. Sometimes it's a beautiful quilt chest, other times a rocking chair he's spent countless hours perfecting. The gift represents far more than monetary value. It symbolizes hundreds of hours of labor, years of skill development, and genuine devotion. Every cut of wood, every carefully sanded surface, every precisely fitted joint represents his commitment to building a life together. The young woman's acceptance isn't just about romantic feelings. She's choosing a life partner who's proven himself worthy through actions, not credit card purchases. This moment often happens during a quiet evening walk or a private family gathering, away from the pressure and spectacle that modern proposals have become. The focus remains on the commitment being made, not the performance being witnessed. Marriage investment. Once she says yes, something magical happens that modern couples never experience. The engagement becomes a community celebration that goes far beyond social media posts. The couple's names are published in church announcements, read aloud during Sunday services. Every member of their community now knows about their commitment and becomes genuinely invested in their success. Wedding preparations begin immediately, but not the kind you're thinking of. There are no wedding planners to hire, no expensive venues to book, no debt to accumulate. Instead, the entire community mobilizes like a well-organized army. Women begin preparing massive quantities of food for the wedding feast. Men start constructing temporary structures for the ceremony. Everyone has a specific role to play in this celebration. The engagement period becomes a time of intense community involvement, with older couples sharing practical wisdom about marriage, families offering hands-on support, and the entire community watching with anticipation. This level of support creates natural accountability and ensures the couple has a strong foundation before they even say their vows. When problems arise later in marriage, these same people are there to help rather than judge. Preparation Academy. The months between proposal and wedding are unlike anything in mainstream culture. The couple spends time learning practical skills they'll actually need for marriage, not just planning one perfect day. The bride-to-be joins quilting circles, where older women share real wisdom about managing a household, raising children, and maintaining a strong marriage through difficult seasons. These aren't casual conversations over coffee. They're intensive mentoring sessions covering everything from budgeting and conflict resolution to child rearing and spiritual growth. The women teach her how to preserve food for winter months, how to manage finances when crops fail, and how to maintain harmony in the home during stressful periods. She learns practical skills like bread baking, herb gardening, and household organization that will serve her family for decades. The groom continues building furniture for their future home, each piece representing his ongoing commitment to providing for his family. He might craft a dining table where countless family meals will be shared, bedroom furniture that will witness the growth of their children, or kitchen cabinets that will store food for generations. Every joint is carefully fitted, every surface meticulously finished, because these pieces will become family heirloom. They attend pre-marriage counseling sessions with church elders, discussing everything from financial management to spiritual leadership. These conversations address real challenges that married couples face, from disagreements about money to differences in child-rearing philosophies. The elders share wisdom gained from decades of successful marriages, offering practical solutions rather than theoretical advice. This isn't about planning a perfect wedding day. It's about preparing for a successful marriage. The community continues watching, supporting, and guiding them through this crucial preparation period that most modern couples completely skip in their rush to the altar. Debt-free wedding. Their wedding ceremony reveals another layer of genius that challenges modern wedding culture. There are no expensive rings exchanged because jewelry is considered prideful and unnecessary. Instead, the couple makes vows before their entire community, promising to love, honor, and support each other through all of life's inevitable challenges. The ceremony takes place in the bride's family home or a community building, decorated with handmade quilts and seasonal flowers gathered by family members. The service includes traditional hymns sung without musical instruments, prayers offered by community elders, and personal vows that focus on spiritual commitment rather than romantic promises that fade over time. The feast afterward feeds hundreds of people with food prepared by community members over several days. The couple receives practical gifts like furniture, household items, tools, and sometimes livestock to help them start their new life together. These gifts have lasting value and utility, unlike expensive wedding presents that often go unused. The entire celebration costs a fraction of modern weddings but creates memories and community bonds that last a lifetime. The psychology behind their approach is brilliant and completely opposite to modern dating culture. Instead of focusing on immediate attraction and romantic feelings that inevitably change, they prioritize character assessment and practical compatibility that endure through decades of marriage. The extended courtship period allows both families to observe how each person handles stress, work, and relationships with others under various circumstances. The man's ability to provide isn't measured by his current bank account or career status, but by his skills, work ethic, and resourcefulness. These are qualities that last a lifetime, unlike temporary financial situations that can change overnight. The woman's value isn't determined by her appearance or career achievements, but by her character, faith, and commitment to family values that will matter when they're raising children together. This system eliminates many factors that destroy modern marriages. There's no financial stress from expensive weddings that start marriages in debt. There are no unrealistic expectations about constant romance that reality can't sustain. There's no lack of family support when difficulties arise. There's no insufficient preparation for the daily realities of married life that catch most couples off guard. Economics of love. Here's something that will completely change how you think about relationships and money. While the average American couple starts their marriage with wedding debt that takes years to pay off, Amish couples begin their lives together with assets that appreciate over time. The handmade furniture an Amish man creates doesn't lose value like a diamond ring. Instead, it becomes more valuable with age, turning into family heirlooms passed down through generations. Consider the true economics. A $6,000 engagement ring loses half its value the moment you leave the store. A $30,000 wedding creates debt that adds stress to the early years of marriage. But a handcrafted dining table, built with skill and love, serves the family for decades and often becomes worth more than its original investment in time and materials. The Amish understand something profound about wealth building that modern culture misses entirely. They're not just avoiding debt, they're creating generational wealth through practical skills and tangible assets. When an Amish couple celebrates their 50th wedding anniversary, they're surrounded by furniture that their husband built during their courtship, pieces that have witnessed decades of family life, and retain both monetary and sentimental value. This approach extends beyond furniture to their entire economic philosophy. Instead of spending money they don't have on things that don't last, they invest time and effort in creating things that serve their families for generations. It's a completely different way of thinking about love, commitment, and financial responsibility that challenges everything our consumer culture teaches us about expressing devotion.
Ancient wisdom for modern love. What can we learn from their approach that might actually improve our own relationships? First, the importance of proving commitment through actions rather than expensive purchases that anyone with a credit card can make. Building something with your own hands shows dedication that no store-bought item can match. Second, the value of extended courtship periods that allow true compatibility assessment beyond initial attraction. Rushing into marriage based on romantic feelings often leads to disappointment when reality sets in and those feelings naturally evolve. Third, the power of community support in creating successful marriages rather than isolated couples trying to figure everything out alone. Their approach suggests that lasting love grows from shared values, mutual respect, and proven reliability rather than passionate romance and expensive gestures. The Amish understand something modern culture has forgotten. Marriage is a practical partnership that requires specific skills, not just emotional feelings that fluctuate with circumstances. So here's the reality that might make you rethink everything. While we're obsessing over the perfect ring, the perfect proposal, and the perfect wedding, the Amish are focusing on building perfect marriages. Their 2% divorce rate isn't luck or coincidence. It's the result of a system that prioritizes substance over style, character over chemistry, and community over individualism. The lessons here are profound and practical. Start evaluating potential partners based on their character during stressful situations, not just how they make you feel during good times. Consider involving family and trusted mentors in relationship decisions instead of relying solely on your emotions. Invest time in learning practical skills together rather than just enjoying entertainment. Focus on building something lasting together, whether that's learning new skills, creating something with your hands, or developing shared values that will sustain you through decades of change. Maybe the real question isn't how they propose without rings, but why we think rings are necessary for real love. Their approach proves that the strongest commitments aren't bought with money, they're built with time, effort, and genuine devotion. The next time you see an expensive engagement ring on social media, remember there's a different way to show love that's been working for centuries.